Bitter fighting raged in Sievierodonetsk, but the region's governor said Ukraine remained in control of an industrial area and chemical plant in the eastern city where hundreds of civilians are sheltering from incessant Russian shelling. A Russia-backed separatist group on Saturday claimed 300 to 400 Ukrainian fighters were also trapped at the Azot plant. Earlier, the governor, Serhiy Gaidai, conceded that Russian forces now controlled most of the small city in Luhansk province and said Russian shelling of the plant had ignited a big fire after an oil leak. It was not known if the fire was still burning on Sunday. In neighboring Donetsk province to the west, Russian media reported a huge cloud of smoke could be seen after an explosion in the city of Avdiivka, which houses another chemical plant. Sievierodonetsk has become the epicenter of the battle in eastern Ukraine for control over the industrialized Donbass region, made up of the Luhansk and Donetsk provinces. Weeks of fighting have pulverized parts of the city and have been some of the bloodiest since Moscow began its invasion on February 24. After being forced to scale back its initial campaign goals, including withdrawing troops that had been menacing Kiev, Moscow has turned to expand control in the Donbass, where pro-Russian separatists have held a swath of territory since 2014. Putin calls the invasion a special military operation to disarm and denazify Ukraine. Kiev and its allies call it an unprovoked war of aggression to capture territory. The information about the blockade of the Azot plant is a lie, Gaidai said on the Telegram messaging app. Our forces are holding an industrial zone of Sievierodonetsk and are destroying the Russian army in the town. Ukraine has said some 800 people were hiding in bomb shelters under the plant, including employees and residents of Sievierodonetsk. Rodion Myershnik, a Russian-backed representative of the self-proclaimed Luhansk People's Republic, said Ukrainian forces may be holding several hundred civilians hostage. Ukraine's armed forces said they had pushed back a Russian attack on 3 small towns northwest of Sloviansk in Donetsk province, while fighting continued in a 4th settlement in the area, as well as to the east of the city.